on here, so that way it actually says that we're just chatting. But I was kind of thinking, like, we ought to do more just chatting. I was kind of thinking about it in general. Oh, Butt Boys is still not acceptable on Twitch chat. I apologize. I permitted it once, and now it's not okay. You have to schedule a YouTube VOD on the channel. It shouldn't be a problem. I don't know why it is. I will, I can check into that when it's not now. But yeah, apparently, Butt Boys is, held for reason, sexuality, sex, or gender. There is one? What do you mean? Was there an issue with the last VOD, or like I can use that feature? Because those are two different things. Yes, I did see that. Yeah, YouTube is going to start telling us where exactly in a VOD we actually got demonetized and for what. Like, it's such a low bar, but like being able to figure out why exactly I'm being demonetized is great. You currently have a stream scheduled. That is technically true. It showed earlier today? Yeah, that was probably when I was setting up to go live. Yeah, I mean, it's like, this is something they should have done a while ago, but I'm glad they did it at least at some point. Because, like, you'll get demonetized for something. I'm sure chat was real oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it's like, it's good that they have it, but it's also just like, this is a feature they should have had forever, because it's just like, your video has been demonetized. For what? First off, you had to like wring it out of them for what? And then eventually you would get an answer for what, and you would go, oh, okay, let's, I'll stop saying curse words? And you were expected to, nowadays, basically, you're expected to, like, say, like, let me pull it up real quick. So that last stream we did, right? We were just watching, or we were just doing some Speed Freaks, right? So let's go into rights management. We say monetize in all countries, bam. And then it goes, okay, well, did you do anything bad in that last video? I'm gonna try and make it so you guys can actually see a bit more. Okay, so you need to rate it. So in that last stream, you know, when I was playing Speed Freaks, did I use any inappropriate language? Abbreviated or censored profanity like hell, damn in the title or thumbnail, and moderate profanity like bitch, douchebag, or asshole. Yeah, I did do that. So we put that down. Adult content, I didn't really bring up sex to any degree. You can, you know, nudity without a child present in the breastfeeding nudity without a child present in the scene. So you're not trying to feed them. I didn't do any of that stuff. Violence. Did I show real world violence? Because nowadays they used to have it where it was like all violence was the same. That is to say, if you had like a snuff video and you uploaded that, that was the same level of violence as Mario Kart 64, where it's like, oh, a green turtle shell hit that guy. Better flag that for violence. So that was interesting. Harmful acts and unreliable claims. Just don't do these things in general. Recreational drug content. Did you make references to drugs or do drugs? No. You talk about guns. Again, no, because they're not actual real guns. But the line on this has been really weird for the longest time. Because it's just like, using a gun at like fictional guns, they used to be like, I used to have to go, well, this game is like, you know, I'm playing Arma or something. Like, okay. Sensitive events. Discuss involving the loss of life or tragedy that is not exploitive or dismissive. So basically, if you're doing the news, if you're talking about any of the wars that are going on, that would count. And then creators may not monetize content that profits from or exploits a sensitive event. So basically, I don't know exactly when you would need that, but I guess like, you're not allowed to make money on videos that are talking about war more specifically? Or you're not allowed to make fun of people dying in war? Like, these are not super clear. Controversial issues, I mean, sure. Non-graphic, non-descriptive content related to these things, which I'm not going to say because otherwise I'll have to make this thing. Do historical war content vids count? Yes. And also, who fucking knows is the other thing. You can also put it as none of the above, but if you start like not rating your videos the way they actually should be, so you just slam submit and you click save, and then you are allowed to actually monetize the video and you put ads in where you want to put them in. For me, I mean, that video just went out, so it's not going to let me put them down where I want, but it'll try and spam the video with like a bazillion of them. Let's do working on my BRB, which is ineligible because of a copyright claim, which is actually a legitimate one. Critmaster, we streamed that the other day. Same sort of thing. Did I talk about any of those things? So it's just like, generally speaking, it's best to not do those things, like say things you're not supposed to, because like, do you guys remember what I said yesterday in a 2-hour stream? Not. I don't, off the top of my head. Then manage mid-roll ads. It loves to just spam them sometimes. This is not actually not that bad. I like every 30 minutes for the first 2 hours. Because, like, if you're watching it for more than 2 hours, then who gives a shit? And most everyone has, like, you know, ad block on. So I'm probably not going to make any money from YouTube videos anyway. So, honestly, like, if you're going to skip YouTube ads, I understand. You know, you can always just throw me, like, a $5 on, Ko-fi or something, and probably I end up getting more money from that than you actually watching ads. But yeah, no, so when it would mark something as sensitive or whatever before, you would have no way of knowing what it was. But now they're going to give you a timestamp of where the thing is that you did that you weren't supposed to do, which means that you can actually do things to avoid doing that again. Because, like, I think the most annoying thing about YouTube is you will be dinged for breaking a rule that doesn't exist and isn't explained. And it's just like, what do I need to do here? Do I prefer a Ko-fi or Patreon? I don't know what the breakdown on the money is on either off the top of my head. I know they're better than Twitch. And Twitch is starting to do some weird things, especially with like Europe, as far as like not letting European people be able to use their Twitch Prime or something along those lines. I don't like it when there are rules, and I don't like it when there are rules that are arbitrary, and I like the arbitrary rules even less when you have no idea what the rule is. Like, you at that point, you've just gotten something that is completely insane. I have no idea how I'm supposed to interact with that. Like, what do you want me to do? But YouTube is like, yeah, we're going to start telling you where in the video you did something that you shouldn't have. Again, good. It would have saved the, the YouTube landscape maybe 5-10 years ago. Like, I don't know if YouTube can pull out of its weird death spiral it's got going on right now, because right now, like, the best way to make money on YouTube is probably just, again, reaction content, AI stuff, and honestly, like, any of those streams or things where it's not even pranking, you just like go out and be a public nuisance. Like, that's super profitable. Like, I don't want to go to Japan now, because if I go to Japan and someone goes, oh, what do you do? Assuming they don't just like hate me off the top of their head because I'm, you know, from America. I'm not going to tell them that I'm a YouTuber or a streamer. I don't tell people that. I didn't tell my landlord that. I showed him like my tax documents so he could see that I was making money, you know? But you risk being shot by being a nuisance. In some places, yeah. In America, you do. In other countries, not so much. Usually, I just tell people I do some work with Amazon and Google, but mostly I'm an artist. And that's accurate, you know? I mean, it's true. It's just, you know. I think that expecting these companies to just like infinitely make money is kind of insane, and I think expecting YouTubers to be able to expand a market when YouTube and Twitch don't really do anything to help with that. I'm complaining, but like also I'm just like, I don't know what they could actually do. A prankster who got shot who annoyed someone again. So this is not the guy who was like harassing someone on a mall and was like, you're a pedo, you're a pedo, you're a pedo, right? And then he got shot. And then the judge was like, yeah, you kind of deserve that. I'm all for ads supporting artists and creators, but not if you're getting a minimal cut from it. For reference, on Twitch right now, I'm getting a 30% cut. I can increase that to a 55% cut if I make it so that way I have as many as ads as like TV would have. Like, I have to put 7 minutes of ads down every hour. Again, for reference, I put down about 41 minutes of ads last month. Not 30% from subs. No, I'm talking about 30% from advertisements that I run. The 7 minutes an hour are out of your control. You have some control. You can say when you want them to run preemptively. So like you would be like every 15 minutes run an ad. So that's like better, but still weird. I think the only way I could really justify that is like I was saying with that system that I think his name is like Pirate Radio or something like that. He's a YouTuber. I was with him in the Block Wars thing, right? Would you say making money on Twitch is better than YouTube? 100%. But that's because a majority of the money comes from subs. Pirate Software, yeah. Pirate Software put out a video talking about how you could turn on those ads where, you know, you do whatever it is, you know, like where it's, you know, every 30 minutes or something. But then you reinvest that into buying gift subs for your chat so they don't actually have to watch the ads. Which I think makes sense if you're the size that he is, but I'm not the size that he is, so it wouldn't work for me. If that makes sense. Like, I could reinvest the money that I would make from getting more money into just buying gift subs for people, but that's only going to work for people on, well, first off, it doesn't affect YouTube people, but it will. He's got like a 10K average or something. Yeah, see, that makes sense. Like, that would work. I think that would work. But what I'm talking about, I don't think works. Where if I were to do it for my chat, I don't make enough, like, I don't have enough, like, subs from people showing up to be able to do that exploit. But that exploit, you know, I mean, it does what it's supposed to. Like, it's not like you're doing anything against the rules. It's just kind of weird. I also want to get rid of this background color. Oh, that's like still there for some reason. Oh, that's so weird. It's so weird. You could add a play ads point redeem. I mean, I could, but that just sounds really annoying. It's also banking on people wanting to keep a gift sub, which means basically I would need to be giving away all of the ad money that I got into gift subs, which is not that bad because you get half of it, right? But like, you would have to be here to get the gift sub. It would be fun. I mean, it would be a way to make money, I'll tell you that much, but it just seems like it would be like 100,000 points, run an ad. Well, I mean, that's what I try and do, Volba, is like, I announce when I'm going to go to the bathroom. That's not for the people with the piss kink. That's for like y'all to go, oh, he's going to go to the bathroom. And I'm going to go to the bathroom and run some ads. You guys do whatever you want to do. So you guys can just like leave, like go to the bathroom, go get some tea, go get some coffee, get up, stretch, whatever you're going to do, run that ad, and then it's fine. I'll just let the ad run while I go get water, stretch my legs. Exactly. Same. Yeah. That was great. Yeah, that's the thing is like I just run ads when I go to the bathroom, and I go to the bathroom like once every hour, which means that I run like a 2-minute ad every hour, which means that in an 8-hour stream I'm running like 16 minutes of ads, which is not anywhere close to what they want. And that's assuming that I'm actually going to the bathroom every hour, which I'm not. Have you ever considered streaming / playing Neon White? Not so much. It's not a JRPG. Is there a Twitch bounty? There usually is. I mean, I'm not really concerned about the money. I was just trying, since we were talking about YouTube's demonetization content policy thing, I figured we'd talk about, you know, monetization in general. It kind of just naturally went that direction. But yeah, I'm not like too concerned on that front. Like I would like to get more Twitch subs and stuff, mainly just to get more, you know, bodies in the room. Yeah, when the mandatory ads come on, like you just stop. Which one are you? You're Du Bois? I think that's a boy. Yeah, you don't want to you don't want to be putting on ads while people are trying to watch. That sucks. We recommended it a few times. Neon White was recommended a few times. I just wasn't feeling it. But yeah. I mean, like, let's see what else is going on. Yeah. I haven't been able to confirm this, but I heard that Kyle Rittenhouse failed the, what is it, the ASVAB, ASVAB, which is the test that you have to take in order to get into the Marines / Army / everything. Kyle Rittenhouse, the guy who went to a BLM or Black Lives Matter protest and then shot people and was like, I was defending myself and the Walmart. That dude sucks. I can't confirm that information because I can't figure out where they got it. It was from a FOIA apparently, but I'm not sure where they got that specific piece of information. But yeah, for the questions on that test are not hard. I felt bad when I got like a 9 out of 10 when I was blitzed out of my mind, right? Like I was high as a goddamn kite trying to take it because I read that and I'm like, how hard is the test? And I'm like, man, I would have failed too. There's no way I can get 100% on this while high. Turns out you need to get a better than a 30. It's multiple choice. It's multiple fucking choice. If you just pick one answer every single time, if you just pick A every time, like assuming that they evenly distribute the answers between A, B, C, and D, you get a 25. It's all basic shit. I think the hardest question on the test was that, you know, I found one on like the Army Recruiter website. It was something along the lines of like, what, 21 divided by, I want to say it was like 3. It was something like this. Or no, it wasn't, what was it? It was 27. And it's like, well, it's very basic algebra. So like, yeah, the answer's 3. It's multiple choice, so if you couldn't figure it out, it's a multiple choice. So not only did he fail the test, but apparently I think there was also an issue where it was like he kept sending them videos of him field stripping a gun and putting it back together again, which is a thing that you need to be able to do if you're going to operate weapons, like be able to take them apart, clean all the parts, and then put them back together. But he kept sending those videos, which is just like, kind of just scares the shit out of people when you do that. Didn't he fail so hard he was barred from ever trying again? I think it's more that he failed and then they were like, we're going to use this as the excuse because this kid is fucked in the head. There's something wrong with this kid. Which, yeah, he drove from out of state to shoot some people and then he got away with it because, you know, America. Again, I can't confirm the information where he failed the ASVAB or whatever the fuck it was called. He didn't serve. No, he got away with it. He didn't serve a day of jail time as far as I'm aware. No way, it's so fucked up. Well, so the argument was that one of the guys who he shot a guy because he was feeling threatened by him. Then everyone else was like, holy shit, that guy is shooting random protesters. We need to stop that guy. Some people ran away. Some people charged the guy because sometimes when you get like active shooter situations, some people charge the guy to try and stop him, which is like, he showed up to start shit. Officially, he wasn't the first person to pull a gun, but he was holding a gun and he was trying to like start a fight with people. I don't know. Fuck him. Like driving from out of state with a weapon with the idea to try and prevent people from rioting. It's like, dude, come on, man. Come on. There's apparently someone who has done a video about the Star Wars Galactic Super Star Cruiser experience, which is the Star Wars Hotel. And apparently it sucks ass. The video apparently is good. I haven't watched that, so I don't know anything about it. I'm a Second Amendment guy, but maybe we don't need an 18-year-old with a 5.56 running around in the middle of a highly politically charged events. Yeah, maybe not a good idea. Yeah, maybe not the best of ideas. The video is amazing. It's 4 hours long and it's great. Kind of amazing. Like, I need to watch that at some point because I am curious on how that is. It was $3,000 a week per person. What are you talking about? I think that you would have to go to the Star Wars Hotel with the idea that you're going to $3K a night? $3K for 2 days, 2 nights. I'm not the kind of person with that kind of money, man. Like, we stayed at a like crappy hotel for like the better part of a month when we were effectively homeless looking for this place, and it was, I think we ended up spending like fairly close to like 2,000 or something like that. It's all in credit card debt now, but you know, we used what we could of our savings and went from there. Once the yeah, and that was rough. A lot of it was pet rent. You could buy a Warlord and a Reaver Titan for $3,000. I mean, you know, everyone's got their idea of what the fuck it's worth. But also I should say that, you know, we have our car ready to sell at a dealership. Once it sells, it's going to sell for more than we, you know, spent on, you know, getting up here, and it'll allow us to pay off all those debts. Like, it's not going to be a big deal. Like, And that little car is a great little car for Austin in general. I would highly recommend a Prius if you live in Austin. It charges whenever you hit the brakes. You're going to be stuck in traffic. So basically, as long as you're driving on like 35 or in the city itself, you're not going to be using gas. Calibrated gallop. Why did it mark that? Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. By the Emperor. Yeah. That's an ass. Why is Best Buy trending? For no reason? Cool, I fucking love Twitter now. Like, functionally useless shit there. I bought RAM recently. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this later because this is so fucking long. I don't think that we can, like, reasonably call this a stream. Like, there's so much research that went into that. It looks worth it. Well, I don't know of Jenny Nicholson prior to this, but yeah. You know? Her research was going. I mean, okay. But she didn't care for it, I take it, is the thing. Give chat homework and we talk about it later. I mean, if y'all want to go watch it, we can go watch it, but yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I think that like a 4-hour video about your opinion of the Star Wars Hotel is totally legitimate. You know, like you can we all have our own opinions on it. Yeah, and some people would love the experience. She's a Star Wars theme park mega fan, so that seems perfect for her. She should have loved that, and I get that people, or that, you know, she didn't. I mean, like, everyone's allowed to spend their money on whatever the fuck they want and enjoy whatever kind of shit they want. She isn't the My Little Pony singer. Man. Fucking... What? I know her from Friendship is Witchcraft. Oh, she is that. Okay, I have no idea what that is. I don't know My Little Pony shit at all because, that isn't the life I lead. I was gonna say nasty things, but honestly, like, if you just enjoy, like, the idea of friendship, that's fine. Just when you start, like, thirsting after ponies, that it starts getting weird. It's a My Little Pony fan series. Okay. The hotel has interactive experiences and they just broke for her. See, I don't feel like it, like, my worst case, like, thought about, like, how the hotel could go is nowhere close to, like, a Willy Wonka. Or a what was it? Willy's Chocolate Experience or whatever the fuck it was called? Like, it's not gonna be as bad as that. You're also given a morning to bed schedule.
It's the end of.
Like, it's not gonna be that bad. They're gonna actually, like, try to make it good. But, you know. Star Wars Experience was very expensive and a very arduous time. My friend did it and said it was fun, but not worth the 2-day only, and you get, but there's no way really to make your day a 3-day stay. Okay. Human Twilight cosplayers. I'm about to Google something that is going to get me put on a watch list. Give me a second. Let's go ahead and do a private one for this. Twilight Sparkle human cosplay. It's purple hair with a schoolgirl outfit. With like a shock of pink hair. It's like, yeah, okay. Fair enough. Stalking from Panty and Stalking from Home. Yeah, this is like the Wish version of Panty and Stalking. Yeah. So like, yeah, I get it. Sure. Not my thing. I would, you know, prefer stalking. Goth chick that just wants to like chill and eat food. Get it. I get it. I like goth women. What can be said, man? Love my wife. She's got that pastel goth thing going. But on a low key. Kind of the same way that I've got like a traditional goth look going, but I don't really. It's more that I'm like goth adjacent. In that like I wear punk shit. I think my clothing line or clothing decisions are more punk than goth, just because I don't care enough about clothes. And that's a very like easy thing to do if you're like a dude. Like how Fred is furry adjacent. Yeah. Like I'm wearing red today. You know, like that's not very goth. Bubbly pastel goth wife with punk goth husband. Exactly. That's grunge. Like, I get grunge as well. Yeah, dude, emo is coming back. People are wearing trip pants again. And Jinko jeans and shit. It's fucking wild. Like, I do not wear that, like, don't know where that's coming from. Mall goths are back, dude. We went to the mall recently and we saw mall goths. There was this chick, right? It's probably like, she was like a young teenager, so like closer to like 13 than 18, but she was wearing like this fucking tall platforms. And I'm like, the little gothlings are running about. It's wonderful. Nature is healing. Like, I figured she was gonna trip over herself with things like that. Yeah, it's weird seeing like scene kids again, because I'm like, why are you not like being like bullied? not that I want emos and all that to be bullied, because like again, much in the same way that I'm like goth adjacent, I'm like emo adjacent, because I like Blue October, and I think that counts as emo. I don't really know where the line for emo starts. If you talk about your feelings and you write a song about it, is that emo? Like, what exactly, where is emo? Have I ever played the Yakuza games? Not my cup of tea. Not chat's cup of tea, as far as watching goes. I have streamed them before. I streamed Zero, and that's about it. I hate that misconception so much. Which one? The emos thing? Weird Kid is now standard since the pandemic. Yeah. Oh, I see. So because of the pandemic, people weren't getting out, and it's like there's no one to bully you out of wearing weird outfits anymore. And then everyone came, like, and you're supposed to wear like flashy outfits if you're gonna try and stream, or you're gonna try and do stuff, if you're gonna try and do TikTok content. And everyone wants to do TikTok content because the other option is, like, I don't know, fucking work a regular day job if you can actually get one. So Zoomers are like, fuck it, we ball. The other outfit I've noticed a lot recently is like the Billie Eilish, like, lounge punk sort of look. I don't know as if that makes sense, where it's like oversized clothing with like pajama pants. That's a very like specific look that's happening for Western Zoomers. Yeah. Who's meowing that loud? That's Abby. Lounge punk is such a vibe. It's not my thing, because I like to wear jeans, but I do think I might actually try and get shorts sometime soon, because, like, holy shit. Like, it's not hot out. It's like in the 80s today. Like 75 or so. The oversized clothing thing has been around for a while, but Billie Eilish popularized it. Yeah, exactly. And she made it like a thing. But yeah, it's like 80 out and muggy. How did you live in Texas for so long without shorts? It's honestly, humidity is a huge factor. Like, 100 degrees when it's not humid is not as bad as, I mean, it's about as bad as like 70, 80 when it is humid. Like, moving up north to Maine makes it feel like what it used to feel like in, like, Texas when I was growing up. In a lot of ways. Dry heat is kind of cozy. Like, I don't have shorts because I just don't like wearing them. You know, I any sort of heat sucks, granted. But most of the time I just like wearing jeans because it's just like I like something that can like dress up or down, or, you know, be rough and tumble if need be or not. Opinion on video game orchestras. Never been to one. Don't ever really think I'd go to one because it's like, it's nice. But like conceptually, I like the idea of it. I like the idea of exalting the work that has been done for video games as actual art, you know? Like, I think that's wonderful. I was in a video game orchestra. It was banger. Like, you played in one? Utility and comfort over style and appearance. When did you go to the Genshin orchestra? I don't know what it is. Was it the chorus of it? Like singing, or what were you doing? I didn't know you played an instrument. I think I knew that. Why do I feel like I knew that? That is rad, Luigi guy. New, past tense. Ah. There's a fairly well known one. Yeah, new at one point, that information. I think baritone / play bass, play cello. That is a range, man. Yeah, you should definitely follow Luigi guy for his streams as well, because he's good bean. Cello is a cool instrument. After listening to, what was it, Apocalyptica? I wanted to learn to play cello. If you haven't heard of Apocalyptica, it's like 4 cellos playing metal. I don't know if they're around anymore. They did like a cover of a whole bunch of like I want an electric cello, but I've been slacking. Dude, I was having like a kind of bad day when I woke up this morning, but I just played some guitar and I was just like, life's actually pretty good. And I think that's what it really is like, I think that's what I need to start doing, is like doing more stuff like that. and focusing less on maybe video games and more just doing things that interest me. Not to say that I won't stream video games anymore, because they still do interest me, but I literally just wrote down a list of shit that I enjoy earlier today. And that's learning things. Just I have the sticky note right here just because I was working on it. Because I was thinking about it, because like we kind of had this realization yesterday where it was just like people weren't really wanting to watch me play Baltro, and they weren't really wanting to watch me play Pokemon Rogue, which is fine. Granted, I've been playing them a lot. But yeah, like learning shit, like playing guitar, like doing music, like playing video games, like doing art, like talking politics. But politics, I feel like, is a kind of like a time and a place sort of thing. I feel like that I need to kind of announce that's what it's going to be, so that way people can be like, I'm not interested in that or whatever. I like me hobbies. Yeah. Playing music can either be very good for my brain or very not part of my good brain day. Because if I can't play the thing that I'm trying to play, then I just feel like shit. And then it's just like, well, what was the point? We want to watch you read Reddit. I don't know if we want to watch me read Reddit. There was this guy that I was feel bad for that guy's micro penis. Whose micro penis? What? The band Leprous. Was there a reason you stopped doing Am I the Asshole reads? I just haven't thought to do one for a minute. Oh, that guy outside, yeah. So I don't know if you can hear things or not. Yeah, people like, I mean, I've got the window open because it is kind of warm today. Goblin Park. A RevCore game. Goblin Trailer Park. Goblin Trailer Park is a micro beer and pretzels skirmish game. You take control of a family of degenerate goblins stuck in an endless and stupid war with other goblin families. This war has been fought for so long that no one quite remembers why it started, but believes that it has something to do with a your mama joke. Quick and chaotic 10-sided dice rule set. Chaotic goblin creation system. Oh, looks all right. Well, you can look at like Reddit if you want. What is this here? Oh yeah, I've seen this video. It's good. The one where it's just the dude playing the fan. It's a little gimmicky, but it's fun. Let me move this over to the side. What is he doing with his fingers up here? Is he changing like the speeds or something? Rad. I mean, like, it's cool. I like it when people play like weird instruments or do like their own like, you know, things with instruments. Like for my acoustic, I built a whatchamacallit, an electric component, so that way I could make my backpacker an acoustic if I wanted. Like, you can do these things. It's neat. Like, you just make your own shit. I like when people use non-percussion instruments for percussion. That's cool. Yeah. There's definitely like a style of like guitar thing. Craftsman plays the factory fan bass. Oh, okay. So we've got like a this is like a thing. He's not as good at it. But that's neat, at least. They have a video where they have the whole band playing. Oh, the old guy next door heard them and wanted to try. I mean, yeah, why not? Have I seen Anna Music? I don't know what that is, no. Anna Music, my beloved. Is it the same sort of thing? Do I need to look this shit up? Yes, please, it rules. All right. Oh, wow. Yeah, I forgot about this bitch. Like, this is the old school one. I remember this. So this became like its own like genre. People are trying to make new versions of this now. This feels like something you would watch on PBS, yeah. Old school timeless beats. Someone made this in Roblox and rewrote it to play Mario Underground. Cute. Oh, this was live to the musical instruments. Okay, this is not pre-rendered, so like if you wanted to play something, you would run a MIDI through it and then it would figure that out. I mean, they're fake, so it's MIDI. Intel did a real version of this. I remember that as well. Sesame Street. The Sesame Street 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That song, that fucking like groove is insane shit. Like, seriously, like next time Mike does like a drumming stream, try and get him to play that. It would be the funniest fucking shit. Because it's just like, what is this time signature at all? Put Vocaloid on this? Very easily could. Put put the disappearance of Hatsune Miku onto this. The weirdest time signature my brain can handle is 7-4. What the fuck are you doing? How do you even? Yeah, 7-4. No, that's a 7-8 drum beat. No, I want a 7-4. Fuck off. Yeah, here we go. A 7-4 drum only backing track. Oh god. This motherfucker playing a 1-1 time signature. What? Okay, so let's talk about time signature for a minute. Because people are nerds. Your most standard beat is a 4-4, right? It's represented as 4-4, right? It makes it sound like it's math, and it kind of is. But it's kind of not. So what you have is that you're gonna divide up a I need a thicker, I need it to be thick. There we go. Music is math general. Okay, cool. So you have a measure, right? And a measure is like just like a little ditty of music, right? Is everything really just 4-4? A lot of things are 4-4. So let's say this is our measure. And we're gonna just like do like a 4-4 thing. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Got 4 beats per measure. I'm gonna get rid of these lines because that just made it real confusing. And it'll end on a beat and start on a beat. So we could just do this. So a 4-4 would sound like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know how I'm saying 4 differently? That's like the key on how this works. 4-4 is the easiest. It's used in like every pop song, every metal song, everything that you'd want to do, right? This is not to be confused with beats per minute, which is like how fast those beats are coming in. Let's bring up Fruity Loops. Oh yeah, I gotta put FL Studio 21. Pattern. There we go. All right, so 4-4. We got, these are all the beats that we could do in a measure, right? Can you actually see that shit? I'm not sure where actually you're getting to see on the screen. There we are. All right. So here are the things. So let's just do like a 4-4 beat. So we've got our beats here. This is essentially divided up into 16 notes. So this is at 130 beats per minute in a 4-4 time signature, right? That's pretty easy to understand. For every measure, you're going to have 4 beats, and it's going to be 4 beats long. That makes sense. There are 4 beats in a 4. Okay. So then you can have something like 2-4, right? Let's find an example of a 4-4 song. I would imagine like just like the generic Mario song. What's the ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. Rainbow Road is 4-4? Sure. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see how it loops every time I... But the beats per minute is much faster than what I was showing y'all. You can also have, my other favorite one is like, well, I really like 2-4, right? So 2-4 is used for like a lot of dance music, and it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to hear a song that uses 2-4 that you would know, check this shit out. It'll break your fucking mind. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. You notice how, like, on the 2, something's happening? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can also express it as 1, 2, because if you have something that's written down like, you know, if this is 4-4, then you could easily write something down like 2-4. But like, you just can simplify the math because, yeah, 2/4 is the same thing as 1/2. Which just means that you know, on these, you've got an accent. One wing angle troll also has some 7/8 in it too. Yeah, but we don't talk about that because I don't want to try and confuse chat with stuff. You can also have 3-4. I can't think of any good 3-4 examples, but it's very it's kind of got like a swing feel. It's kind of a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're counting out the thing. We can make this whatever. So when orthogonal is like 7-4, I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? 7/4. You count like the Sesame Street count. Yeah, I forgot what. Okay, going back to that weird Sesame Street song, that has like a weird fucking time signature. It is made for like lunatics. Like, it's absolutely incredible. For the guy who asked about PT's escape theme, it's 4-4, isn't it? I don't know it off the top of my head. PT escape theme. I have no idea what you're referring to. Pizza Tower or playable teaser? Pizza Tower. This one? It's pizza time? 2, 3. I want the beat to come in so I can start measuring off of something. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it sounds 4/4 to me. It could be 4/4, but like it can also speed up over time. And then you can, if you're a lunatic or also known as someone who plays drums, you can start doing some weird shit called polyrhythms, where like 2/4 and 4/4 are both like, you know, what if you just started doing like 2/4 in the middle of a 4/4 or 7/4 in the middle of a 4/4 or something? Like, fuck it. You can tell when someone plays drums or cares about like drums when they actually start talking about polyrhythms and how much they love them. Because they're like, oh shit, yeah, I love me some polyrhythms. Yeah, it's a little bit harder to show off in a DAW, but you can have I think you can get into some like weird time signatures with like Earthbound. Which one was the one that had doesn't Mike hate polyrhythms? Yeah, if you want to like make a drummer go insane, you force them to play a polyrhythm. Because normally just like keeping time, that's like, it's difficult, but like it's the thing you can do. But with like it's one of those things that it's like it's a more technical way of playing and it could be fun for drummers. But I don't envy the drummer that's forced to do like polyrhythms. It's like doing virtuoso shit on guitar. Open sesame. Easy way to tell when a measure begins and ends is also like listen to when the loop happens. Like you've got your melody. When does the melody loop at? So that bum ba da bum ba bum bum bum. And the thing is, a lot of this shit you can also just like you can put in like any time signature you want. You could argue this could be 2/2 or whatever. It's how you want to like show it to people. Sometimes musicians fuck with you and they delay the start of a melody loop by a single beat, which completely throws off when you think it should be. What if I made a song with no rhythm? Anti-music. I mean, yeah, anti-music does exist. So when the guy earlier was saying that he was doing 1/1, 1/1 is basically like not a thing. I know that 4/4 could be simplified to 1/1, but literally try and count that out in your head. All right, let's go. 1. All right, next measure. Let's just keep it going. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It's like 2-4 works because you can count it as like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you could go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Like you could count the 2 and the 4, and you could just do like 1 or count it on the 2s. So you could go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and you're skipping stuff. You could do those things, but a lot of the music in Mother 3 is just like, what time signature do we feel like doing today? Odd time signatures. Sure.
The more astute, great effect.
Oh, I think like most of the songs from Zelda.
For a lot of cases where strange time signatures are being used, they're the focal point of the entire tune. For example, the composition of Kingdom Hearts' Hollow Bastion music seems to have been driven entirely by a rhythm unofficially called the 5/4 clave. The 5/4 clave, as you may have already guessed, requires a 5/4 time signature and sounds like this.
This is from 8-Bit Music Theory.
This rhythm effectively breaks the bar up from 5 beats into 2 smaller chunks of 3 and 2 beats, creating this wonderfully lopsided feeling. Uses of this in pop culture range from the crooked waltz feeling of Dave Brubeck's Take 5,
That's such a weird beat.
to the pulse-pounding action vibe of the Mission Impossible theme.
Simple game. Is he serious?
Always.
Hollow Bastion uses this repeating rhythmic pattern in almost every level of its composition. It's outlined explicitly in the bass and this inner plucked string part, while the melody blasts us with this relentless 8th note line that subtly accents the same 5/4 clave rhythm. The tune mostly sits on the tonic B minor chord like this, but when the chords do change later on, we see the harmonic rhythm conforming to this pattern, splitting the bar into alternating 3 and 2 beat chunks.
Yeah, okay, you can see it. Because you could divide, what is this, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? So these are like 3 sets of, okay. How do people... Even music, looking at this hurts my brain. Here's the thing. When I'm trying to learn a song, I don't fucking know how to read sheet music. Like, you don't need to understand how to read sheet music in order to play music. It helps. It's a nice way of doing it. It's a way of writing this down. It's a way of writing down your ideas. But, like, for me, I usually just write down tabs. You know?
Of its melody. The extra beat in each bar gives the sense that For another example of this approach, we need look no further than Fire Emblem's Black Fang theme.
7/4.
Meant to symbolize a group of assassins known as the Black Fang, this ominous tune uses a 7/4 time signature. Once again, we see the bar broken up into alternating segments, this time of 4 and 3 beats, emphasized by the bass, the constant driving 8th note line in the middle voice, and the placement of the chord.
Like trying to count out the 1, 2, 3. Oh, here we go.
Time signatures are cool. I've always been fascinated by the idea that our human... Alright, so 1/4 doesn't really exist.
No.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
1, 2? Or 2/4? What video... What Nintendo song are you gonna use, Candace Hyra of YouTube?
Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh.
One-winged angel.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell.
Okay, so I know this originates from a non-Nintendo game, but
Yeah,
I would
so I
argue
kinda-
this is the most quintessential example of 2/4 in perhaps all of gaming.
All right, 3/4 then.
3/4 is pretty interesting. It's an odd number time signature, which means we can't cleanly split the number of beats down the middle. This asymmetry is the
Oh
backbone
yeah,
of
I guess
most
that
tunes
song
in
is like a
3/4.
waltz, so it
Let's
would
check
be.
out the ever-classic Rosalina in the Observatory from Super Mario Galaxy.
1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2. I guess you would really want to do 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So even yeah, you don't want to count the 4 because you're not going to
This
4
tune
on that
perfectly
one.
demonstrates 3/4's asymmetry as a duplet time signature in 3. Notice how we have the emphasis on the 1 with these bass notes, but the latter 2 beats are echoed with the chords. Similar to 2/4, 3/4 in the West is frequently derived from a real-life movement, waltzes. The waltz dance is felt in 3, with the same kind of 2/3 echoing the 1 type feel.
4/4 is
3/4
self-explanatory. What is 5/4? Actually, give us an example of a 4/4. Like every
Cadence,
song
the
ever.
Everyman, the most common, boring option, the Super Mario of time signatures, 4/4. It was actually kind of hard to find a song for 4/4. Not because I couldn't find any, of course, but how could I really encapsulate the 4/4 sound in a single song?
Yeah, this is a good example. It's pretty clean.
Wii Sports Resort isn't talked about as much as it should be. The harmony is great, the melody
5/4.
5/4 is our very first example of a non-3 prime number time signature. Because 5 isn't cleanly divisible, the groove is forced to be asymmetrical. Let's look at the Smash Bros. Arrangement of Gear Getaway from Donkey Kong Country Returns.
2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2. Yeah, 5/4 is fun.
Five-4 is a duplet time sig felt in 5. In this case, the duplet feel is also swing. The eighth note subdivisions of each beat are jazzy and slightly offset. So because of the asymmetry of 5/4 and other prime number time sigs we'll look at later, we naturally want to split the feel into 2 kinder numbers. Most often, 5/4 is felt as 3 plus 2, as it is here.
Right.
It's easy to see this in the melody. The groove matches this as well. These first 2 notes take
The
place
thing
within
is,
3
all of
beats.
this stuff isn't that big brained. It's just shit that you have never thought about because you don't do music. If you do it, yeah, and this is exactly I think what you're getting to there, normal fishes, is it's easier to count 1 2 3 1 2 instead of 1 2 3 3 4 5 or whatever. Like you could count because you've divided it up like in 1 2 3 and then another 2 because of the way the swing is. And a lot of this stuff with like music theory is just like, how do you make it so that way you can do this shit? Like, if you want to do music, it's good to learn this stuff. But again, I mean, this guy claims over on the sidebar, 97% of pop is in 4/4. Let's look into the 3% that's not, is the name of the video. But like, yeah, realistically, you can just start counting 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 and probably be right. You know? What if I count in binary? You can, if you're a lunatic. You could definitely count out in binary. I don't know how to do binary. It's one of those things, it's like coding or like animation or any of these things where like once you actually get into the nitty gritty, it's like, oh, weird, you can do that? And it's like, yeah, you can do that. Most people don't, but you can. 0 1 10 11. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, no, you don't do that.
And then we have the following 2 beats. It's kind of funny in a sense. Even with 5/4, it's most often split into some funky facsimile of 4/4, with 2 long beats and 2 short beats. Here's a bunch of 5/4 examples that also do this.
Copyright claim.
In terms of why 5/4 is used here, it's probably because the asymmetry is what gives the groove its driving quality. It always feels like it's rushing to get to the next downbeat. That's why it's used here in the chase sequence from Donkey Kong Country, and most other examples are also high-stakes action settings.
That makes sense, yeah.
Another underrated soundtrack, Super Paper Mario is a goldmine for cool music theory. Let's look at the
6/8. See, I'm used to like punk and metal where it's just like, sure, 4/4. Like I understand that, but 6/8, what would that sound like? You would divide 8 notes. Oh, 6/8 is 3/4 for nerds. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I'm like, couldn't I just simplify that to 3/4?
theme for the main town, Flipside.
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I have no idea where the beat is on that.
Kind of weird. 6/8's actually rather common.
Irish jigs are 6/8.
2 with a triplet meter.
I would
So we
bet you
divide the
that
6/8
scam call. I would bet you that okay, hold on. Oh yeah, this guy does great videos. If you want to learn or hear more about this kind of shit, Charles Cornell is like fucking great. This
Let's talk about Pictionary.
guy goes into so much of this stuff, and it's helped me learn a lot.
In 1990, the NES gave us this.
Fuck yeah, Pictionary.
What?
Yeah, let me try and get the screen region better.
Oh my god, it was just Pictionary! The music from early video game consoles
You didn't need to do
severely
this.
limited by hardware. There just wasn't enough space. Like now we can just take an MP3 of a beautiful orchestral work and just upload it to the game's files. But in the early 90s, that was very much not the case. And so video game composers were forced to work within the bounds of the hardware limitations they were dealt. The NES was a great example of this, and we've talked about some of the—
Here, hold on. We're gonna talk about
everybody,
the other
what did they
Tim.
do?
I want to see the other one that he did. What was the name of that? Do, 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 do. What the fuck? Solstice. This song. Solstice. Like, first off, this guy was cursed to only write bangers for shit games. Listen to this song. What are you doing, my dude? Where are you going with this? I mean, I'm not gonna tell you to not, but like... We got that kind of like... and it keeps changing time signatures. There's a guy that like 8 feels like turning a corner and immediately being hit in the head with a baseball bat. I know that someone in the comments like, here's the comment I was referring to. So we start off with a modest beginner piano intro. Oh, why'd you have to do that? Because I remembered someone actually going through and finding this, and I thought it was him. This song has come to kick your ass. This is the 12/8 rock shuffle. I'm just gonna copy Tristan H Music, their comments, so I can just bring it up here. And then we hit like a 3/4 melody here in a second. At the 110 mark. So we're about to change time signatures. Right here. This is that like waltzy kind of thing, but faster. Then suddenly going to a completely different thing. It's just fucking wild. But you know what I thought is probably like a 6/8 or a 3/4? I bet you that this is 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3. One, two, three. 1 2 3. Am I off on my count, or is that would this count as like a 3/4? This is 6/8. Okay, fair enough. They have Gizzard has a 23/24 time signature. Are they assholes?
Well, yo ho ho and a yumpity dum. My IQ is very low. I'm a pirate and I'm dumb. Well, I might be hiding in a barrel in the dark, or I'll walk you down a plank and I'll feed you to the sharks. I could cut you down to size if I catch you by surprise. I could get you with my sword or from a barrel throwing knives. Well, you got a rubber butt and a head full of lead, but if you draw for me a mermaid, I'll be watching her instead. You could try to write me off, but you'll be busy enough with the cannonballs are dropping and the parrot's eggs are popping. You can jump over the fire and the ropes can take you higher, but the only way to win is to complete what you begin. So bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, y'all. Bring no attack to head. Bring it back, oh, bring it back, y'all. Bring no attack to head. Bring it back, bring it back.
We're here to talk about you guys sending me shit. We're not bringing it back. Don't send me this. What a fucking shit-ass song. Yeah, you can get to some weird time signatures, but honestly, if you understand, like, probably up to, like, 6/8, you're probably fine. You probably want, like, 2/4, 4/4, 3/4, 6/8. And if someone starts doing something other than pretty much any of those, just walk up to them, grab them on either side of the head and go, fucking stop. Because, like, anyone who's doing shit outside that needs to be stopped. Especially if you're just trying to play it. So when you're telling me that there's a king, lizard, wizard, the... whatever... I mean, 7-8 is okay. But, like, there definitely is a point where it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, 23, 24, they do drugs, yeah? Like, that would be my assumption. I haven't listened to them, so I don't know. They're Australian. Okay, that could be it as well. Anyway, that was your music theory moment. Music theory is not my... Why are you... This is not the time to send me things like this. We're not going... Okay, I'm a little curious. Okay, no, actually I'm not. Yeah, we didn't need that. Right, let me take a piss and then we do a little bit of art, because I got a friend coming over in 2 hours, maybe less. And I want to get a little work done on the BRB screen. But I think that we do, I know, right? I have friends. Technically, it's like family, but, you know, family's coming over. Tilda's side of the family is coming over. And so, like, we're going to hang out for a bit. Then we're going to pick up my wife from work, so on and so forth. So, once Tilda's family gets here, I'm going to stop streaming. They know I stream. They don't care. Family. I am going to go piss. Give me 2 minutes. I'll BRB. Oh yeah, I ended up hanging out with my landlord for a bit today. It's like just... He's got like, grandpa energy, you know? Like, sailor grandpa energy. He's a good dude. So, like, we were having some issues with our windows, so he came by to help and fix them. It's like, I'm usually not into, like, the idea of landlords, but he's cool. Go fishing with him sometime? I might actually try and do that. But, you know, like Fred was talking about earlier, like, oh, you know, how do people pretend to be human? And I'm like, dude, I don't know how to be human and no one's fucking caught on yet. But every now and then I worry that, like, I'm going to do or say something that's, like, super outside the norm for, like, normal, like, people that, like, aren't freaks. And that usually just comes out when I'm hanging out with people who are not. Remember not to say come. Anyway, I'm going to go pee. I'll be right back. 2 minutes. This song of mine is in 4/4 because I'm not a lunatic. Enjoy. Welcome back, everybody. Ad still going? I think so. I'm gonna try and flick things over so we can start doing the other stuff. Do a little bit of arts. I'm back. Am I back? I'm gonna flick the switch on YouTube real quick. Be right back, YouTube people. Twitch people, stay